I didn't expect a phone store to challenge my entire life strategy, but that's exactly what happened. I came back to the US thinking I already understood what this place was: stress, pressure, noise. I thought I had outgrown it, but within a few days, it showed me something I wasn't ready to see. I built a life in Dominican Republic that I genuinely enjoyed. Lower expenses, slower mornings, a rhythm, community. I wasn't struggling. I wasn't unhappy. I loved it. And that's important because this isn't about escaping something bad. It's about realizing something was missing. That's why my camera quality looks different, because I actually bought a new phone. I decided to get me an iPhone. And while I was there, we started talking. A normal conversation had turned into a job offer. A good company, good wage, and real upward mobility. And it happened fast. No long positioning, no years of climbing, just proximity. I walked out of that store thinking, how is this easy? I didn't leave because I couldn't win in the United States. I left because I didn't want the weight of winning. That's when it hit me. I've been surviving somewhere I could have been scaling. Not because the Dominican Republic lacks opportunity, but because the type of leverage available to me here is different. It's closer, faster, and heavier, and I had stepped away from it. I used to say I didn't care about scaling aggressively, that I valued peace more than pressure, that I was choosing what aligned with me more. But if I'm honest, I was choosing a place where my current ability was enough, where I didn't have to stretch constantly, where I could maintain instead of expand. And I told myself that was wisdom. If your environment doesn't require more from you, you eventually stop requiring more from yourself. I started to see a pattern. Every time the ceiling gets higher, I move somewhere with a lower one. Every time things demand more, I choose what's more manageable. Not because I'm incapable, but because manageable feels peaceful. Until you realize peace can quietly cap you. And here's the part people might misunderstand. I loved my life there. The rhythm, the simplicity, the feeling of being outside of the rat race. I don't regret that, not one bit. But leverage, applied correctly, doesn't destroy peace. It amplifies it. If I build properly here, I can enjoy there even more. Freedom hits differently when it's funded strategically. Peace feels better when it's backed by leverage. Now, this isn't about which country is better. It's about structure. Some environments multiply opportunity. Others multiply stability. One stretches you faster, and one stabilizes you longer. Both of them have value. But if you only choose stability, you might limit how much you can ever scale. And scaling creates options. And options create real freedom. Here's the uncomfortable thought I had walking out of that store. What if I didn't choose peace because I evolved? What if I chose it because I didn't want to find out how far I could actually go? That question doesn't attack a country. It attacks comfort. And that's harder to answer. I used to think leaving meant I was ahead. But now I'm realizing maybe I just paused myself. Not permanently, but strategically. And strategy requires awareness. Because the real goal isn't the US or the DR, or the US and Colombia, or the US or Kenya. It's stability in both, leverage in one, and enjoyment in the other. Optionality across both. And that's a higher game. I don't regret choosing peace, but I do regret not understanding leverage when I had proximity to it. Because leverage has a window, and sometimes it opens quietly, like in a phone store. Now I see it differently. Not as chaos, not as stress, but as expansion. And the real question isn't where I want to live. The real question is whether I'm willing to build in the place that stretches me, so I can fully enjoy the place that soothes me. That's a different level of freedom, and I'm not sure that I can ignore that anymore.